All right, welcome back to another episode of the Then and Wait podcast. I think it's going to be a good one today. I got a buddy named Robert B-Cide Cardillo. I hope I said that right on the podcast today. I'm going to be able to talk to him and learn a little bit about him today. So, welcome to the show, Robert.
Thanks for having me, man. How's everything going with you?
Everything's going well, man. Just been a little busy these days. I try to keep busy, man. I hate just sitting around and not doing anything. So right now in life, I'm trying to keep busy and things like that. So it's
I feel you. I feel you. It kind of sucks staying stagnant, you know?
yeah, you won't get in trouble and all those things that lead to that. So I like to get out. Like earlier today, I just rode to the store. I ain't really even get nothing. I got like some candy, but I was like, I just got to get out the house and just do something. So
I feel you.
now, Robert, where you from?
I'm from Utica, New York.
Utica, New York. What's out
Yep.
there? Like New York.
You know, you heard of like Syracuse basketball before?
Yeah.
We're near Syracuse. We're about a half hour, 45 minutes away from Syracuse, New York.
Okay. So yeah, I'm originally from Maryland, so
Okay.
I know a little bit about that, but I don't know too much about like Syracuse and all that.
Yeah, okay, gotcha. I mean, we're about 4 hours away from New York City. You know,
Okay.
that's about how close we are to it.
Now, do you ever go? You ever go to like to New York City?
Yeah, I've been there before. Not
Okay.
recently, not recently. It sucks because I don't get out of the house.
Oh man, yeah. I don't like that. So is it because of the reason why you don't get the house because it's less accessible, or you just
Yeah, it's less accessible. That's kind of what sucks about it.
yeah, that does suck. I ain't gonna lie
Yeah,
to you. The reason I'm in Cleveland, Tennessee, and it's a small town outside of Chattanooga, and not everything's accessible, but I'm able to get out and ride around and get some fresh air and stuff. Like I got a cigar lounge I go
gotcha.
to, so and I get on the bus. They have a lift on the bus, so I get on the bus every once in a while and enjoy myself. So, and that's the reason why I like it here in this area because I know the area. I can get around and do stuff. I don't really have to ask for help a whole bunch.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Uh,
See, the area I'm in kind of sucks for like healthcare and anything
mm,
like that if you have like a disability or anything. And the only rides that I really get are two like doctor appointments from like the handicap van or whatever. And
okay,
other than that, I don't get out and I have 24-hour care and shit. So,
okay.
yeah.
So you say you have 24-hour care. So do you live with yourself?
Yeah, I live by myself, but then my aides come around the clock.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
So what exactly do you what is your diagnosis?
multiple sclerosis.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
I have muscular dystrophy. So
Okay.
so when did you find out you had
I found out in 2011. That's when I found out I had MS.
okay. How old are you now and how old were you then?
I'm 42 now, and I was just doing the math the other day. I think I was 28 years old when I got diagnosed. Yeah. And what
So
sucks, yeah, sorry.
no, no.
What sucks Yeah. What sucks is that, like the care around here really is not good.
Hmm.
So the doctor that I saw, they call him, his name's Dr. Shotla, but they call him
Okay.
Dr. Shitla. So his name like really precedes him. So,
Yeah.
I mean, he just told me, like, oh, take these shots, you'll be fine. And then the
Mm,
disease just kept getting worse and worse.
mm,
And and then my dad ends up telling me that he has a friend of his that
mm,
is like they named a wing of a hospital. They named a
mm,
wing of a hospital in Rochester, New York, after him, after his last
mm.
name. So they have an MS center at this hospital in Rochester,
Okay.
and they're like world renowned for it. And I ended up getting hooked up with them, and they got me on the right medication, but
Mm,
unfortunately it wasn't enough to not put me in a chair. Like I lost
mm,
use of my legs and stuff, and it just I have spasms all the time. And like today's been an actual really bad day for me, to tell you the truth. Like I
Oh man.
woke up, yeah, like I woke up and my stomach's in like a knot. And I already shit on myself this morning. Like
Mm,
it's awful. It's awful. And like it just sucks like when you wake up like that and you know you're just going to have a bad day right from the start. And like I
yeah.
was looking forward to doing this podcast with you too. So I'm like,
Mm,
like that'll be cool. So,
mm,
it gives me something to look forward to throughout the day. And
yeah.
like, yeah, so that's cool. That's what's cool about it, is going on podcasts and stuff and working on things, and it kind of keeps my mind off the whole disability thing and the pain.
Yeah, man. Anything you can do to keep going, like keep your mind right, man. I applaud that because sometimes it's very depressing when you think about like your situation sometimes and what you can't do. And
Yep.
so I like that. Do you podcast a lot? Are you a guest on a lot of podcasts?
Well, actually, I'm starting to be a guest on a lot of podcasts because I just wrote this book called Mylin My Shoes,
Okay.
and it's like a play on words because I spell myelin like the myelin that's around your nerves that the
Yeah.
MS attacks.
Mhm.
Yeah. So that's the myelin that I talk about in, that's the play on words that I had with the book. So I just joined that website Podmatch. I'm
Mhm.
already like up on the charts. I'm already like a top 8 guest
Oh
on
wow.
there. Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm
Wow.
like, oh yeah, there's some cool people on it. So I've been trying to get on podcasts, trying to promote this book and, get my story out there more and things.
Yeah, I've heard about Podmatch and I got on there. I went to Orlando, Florida, a couple years ago to Podmatch, and that was pretty not Pod Fest. So
Mm,
they're there, and you link up with some people, and they're part of Podmatch, and that's how I learned about Podmatch. And I got on there, and I was like, oh, this is cool,
yeah,
because going around looking for guests, trying to like invite people on is exhausting sometimes. So
it
Podmatch is
is.
cool. But I'm also my life is getting a little bit busier right now. So like, um, I'm sorry, I'm making a lot of noise.
No, you're all good.
So on my podcast, I do it, and then I kind of get like I needed like a little break, and that's where I'm at in my life right now with my podcast. Like I'm over 100 episodes, but it took me like 4 years, 4 or 5 years to get over 100 episodes, just because
Gotcha.
I learned to take breaks because I like to actually do this. So it's like when my mind is right, I'm gonna do it, and then when my mind is not right, then I'll stop and take a break.
Gotcha.
So how do you like being a guest on the show? Would you ever want to have your own podcast?
I actually used to do my own podcast with my buddy
Okay.
Mark. Yeah.
Okay.
And then like we had it for like a couple of years, and it was like getting my mind off stuff.
Hmm.
And then COVID hit, and we actually missed the prime time to podcast
Yeah.
because when COVID hit, we didn't really see each other, and we didn't have things set up for like Zoom or anything like
Hmm.
that, and things weren't really set up the way they are now.
Yeah.
So it was harder to get like a video chat going like that. And we
Hmm.
were always together on the podcast, but during COVID, everybody was kind of doing their own thing. So
Hmm.
we definitely missed out on it. We had a podcast called BM Talk, like shit
Okay.
talk, like bowel movement talk.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah. So we just had it was kind of like a comedy, like variety show, kind of like Howard Stern, like how we
Yeah.
used to be back in the day. Yeah.
Is he in a wheelchair too, or is he able bodied?
Nope, he's totally able-bodied. He
Okay.
actually would help. He would help me before and stuff like that. Like I don't know if you're familiar with wrestling at all, but we had a event that we put on with the Honky Tonk Man,
Okay.
and
Cool. Yeah.
like
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So I was in like a normal chair, like a regular like hospital chair then, and I was able to like get in and out of cars easy.
Hmm.
So I would get in his car and we'd be able to drive places and I'd be able to get out like that, but now I can't even do that. So,
Oh man.
yeah.
Um. So outside of podcasting, what are your hobbies? Like, what do you like to do?
Well, my number one thing is I'm a rapper. I've been a rapper in underground rap for like 20 plus years.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah. Like I don't know if you're familiar, if you've ever heard of the Insane Clown Posse before.
Yeah. Mm, I,
So it,
mm,
ICP, yeah. So
yeah.
you know what a juggalo is and stuff. They're
uh,
fans.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm,
So like that is the type of music that I've been involved in for the last 20 years.
okay.
And like I modeled a lot of my business practices after what ICP would do and Tech 9. I don't know if you're familiar with Tech
Yeah,
9
I like that
or
now. Mm,
yeah, Tech 9, he's good. Like I'm and then Master P, I
mm,
modeled my business pretty much after like what they did,
yeah.
and I took that and kind of put my own twist on it, and big inspiration of mine is actually Green Day, if you can believe it.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, yeah. So I
That's
kind of
cool.
like, yeah. So I kind of like took all the four of those things and like put them in a pot, and like that's kind of like what I am. Like I learned how to write songs from Green Day and stuff, and
Hmm.
and then I learned business and stuff from Master P and how
Hmm.
to like really take care of your fan base and everything from ICP and Tech Nine. So I mean, it's been quite the ride. What happened is I talk about it in my book, where I was on tour with this group that used to be signed with the ICP.
Okay.
And what happened is I met up with one of these guys. He was at a show that I was doing, and he ended up telling me, "Oh, I like your shit," and he's like, "Why don't you come mess around with us?"
Yeah.
And I didn't really think anything of it. I've given my phone number to hundreds of people and never hear anything back. And then he actually called me, wanted me on one of their albums that they were doing. There was a continuation to an album that they were making that was originally out in like the 90s on ICP's label Born Dead. So they were making a sequel to that, Born Dead 2. And they actually put me on it, and I'm on a song on that. So that was awesome. And then I was touring with them. And then what happened is when I got home, I ended up getting a blood clot in my leg, and
Mm.
and it traveled to my lungs, and I got a pulmonary embolism, and I could have died from it. And I think what happened is while I was in the hospital with that it started triggering more MS symptoms, and I started having trouble like walking, and my foot wouldn't cooperate with me and things like that. And then like my my feet would get numb, my arm, my this left arm and
Mm.
hand have been numb for years, but I just thought it was like a
Mm.
pinched nerve or something. And but I now I go to a doctor for anything. I don't, you know, before I
Yeah.
just kind of brushed it off,
Hmm.
and that's kind of what sucks about our medical system is you just kind of like brush stuff off. And yeah, so I got diagnosed with MS not shortly after that pulmonary embolism. And then like I said, I saw that doctor. He said take the shots, everything will be fine, and nothing was fine.
Yeah.
And then the MS just progressed, and here I am.
Man, that's a mouthful right there.
Yeah,
Sorry that happened. That's life, and
right.
you got to learn how to pivot. Bad bad things always happen, but it's how you pivot. I think that
Exactly.
makes you who you are.
Right. Right. And that's kind of what I did. Like
Mm.
I started putting my thoughts down and everything. I actually had it in my head that I wanted to write a book about everything. So
Hmm.
what I would do is I'd keep like notes in my phone. I downloaded a little Word thing and just started writing and just kept little things together here and there. And then what I did is I found Chat GPT,
Yeah.
found AI, and I'm like, this thing's absolutely amazing. I never
Hmm.
I never like messed with it at all before. So I'm like, can you help me put this book together? And it's like,
Hmm.
yeah. So I started feeding it my life story. And this thing is absolutely crazy. Like it talks the way we talk, it
Hmm.
curses, it talks slang to me, it does all kinds of things to me that I can't even believe that I can't believe that it can do, and
Yeah.
it just helped me with this book, and it's been keeping me on task with everything. I
Mhm.
use it like an assistant. It's absolutely amazing.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, with ChatGPT, the more you talk to it, the more it learns you. So, like,
Yep.
I do it for my podcast. I'm trying to start a business right now. So I feed it stuff and,
Yep.
it gives me stuff that I'm looking for, but it's also speaking my language. So
Yep. That's what's
it's
good
like,
about it.
yeah, the more you talk to it, the more it can help you out. So I like ChatGPT. I will use it. I don't like it to be the be all end all, but like I like it to help
Yeah.
your creative mind.
Yes. You use it like a partner. You don't use it as
Yeah,
a crutch.
yeah, and
Yeah.
that's when I have an issue when people use it as a crush. And
Yes.
it's like, nah, like be creative, and
Right.
you may have to tell them some things, but like at least like give them something, do something
Exactly.
like,
You can't just be like, "Yo, write me this. Write an
mm-hmm,
email for this." Well, that's
mm-hmm,
not going to make any sense.
yeah, yeah. So you got to
Yeah.
be like, so I use it a lot. Like I'm not, I don't like writing the punctuation. That's one of my biggest things. So like sometimes I do like a Facebook post or something like that.
Yeah.
I go to ChatGPT. I'm like, look, write this is what I want you to write, this and that. And then sometimes if it's a little too formal, like, no, I'll be a little casual, like just a
Yep.
little, just be a little casual, not a lot, but a little casual.
You
Make sure
got
you get the
it.
punctuations in there, like, so it helps me with that. It makes me feel good and when I have to do stuff that I don't want to do. But like in my regular text, people like, I do this one you because you don't never write punctuations. You don't use punctuation outside
That's
of period.
funny.
So,
That's funny.
but I like it and I think it's a game changer. But yeah, I actually met somebody at Podfest that he talked about AI helping him write a book. I can't remember his name right now. Larry, I forget his name, but yeah, I have to go back and look him up. Larry Roberts or something like that. I think that's his name. But he was at Podfest, 2024. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm thinking to myself. I'm adding
Nah, you're good. You're
that up.
good. You're all good.
So yeah, but and one of my good friends, he's wrote a couple books and things like that. And so I'm around the writers, and I may write a book myself one day. I just don't know where to start.
Yeah,
So,
it's very, it's very, it lets you get things off your chest.
hmm
Especially like nonfiction,
yeah,
Like
for sure.
I don't know. I have like a way of like talking, so I write like I talk. So it's like
Yeah,
not unfiltered. It's unfiltered,
yeah.
Yeah,
And I think that's how it would be too, because I'm like, I don't know how to talk like anybody else but myself. So,
exactly, exactly. That's exactly how I did it. Like it
yeah,
uses like cuz and words that aren't like gun. Like instead of gonna or
yeah.
like gonna things that aren't like normal proper spellings and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Now you say you rap. Do you make beats and stuff like that? Do you try to?
Yeah, I've actually made some beats, and as of recently, I've been making like my own beats and stuff. But
Okay.
before, I used to get them from people, and then like my buddy Ken, he makes some beats for me and things
Okay.
of that nature. He's on Instagram and stuff promoting his stuff, trying to get people to buy his beats. So
Cool.
he
Cool.
definitely hooks me up with beats.
Yeah, I've been doing beats for a couple years,
Oh, that's
for a
cool.
while, but I never get into it that much. Like I get into it, and then like life starts to happen, and I start doing other things, but like lately I've been into it a whole bunch, and learning the DAW system outside of just putting
Mm,
notes together and things like that because that's just important. I never actually took the time to learn that. So like I use FL Studios. I have
gotcha,
Logic Pro, and Logic Pro just pisses me off sometimes, so I stay away from that. I'm just used to
gotcha.
FL Studio. So, but
Gotcha.
I'm
Yeah,
learning.
I
Yeah,
yeah, I use FL Studios for beats and stuff, but like
Mhm.
I use this program called Reaper for like my DAW, like to record vocals and
Okay.
stuff like that in, and I've probably I had to learn how to do all that stuff myself. Like I don't think I paid for a studio I could probably count on both my hands, you
Yeah.
know. And I was always just about like do it yourself, and that's kind of been my mentality through life, just kind of doing everything yourself and just making things happen.
Yeah, because I think at the end of the day, sometimes like it feels good to get it done yourself. Like whether you have the option for people to help you out or not. Like I'm a person that I need to work on that, but I hate asking for help unless I
Right,
absolutely need to. And but I'm like that. Like man, you can ask for help. I'm like, yeah, I get it, but I rather do it. I rather do it myself. I got to try to
right,
do it myself before I ask, because if I don't, it's a slippery slope. Then I'll be relying on
right.
you all the time, and I really don't want to do that.
Right? Like it actually started, I think, with like graphics. I'm like, I
Mm.
don't want to pay somebody to do graphics.
Yeah.
I'm like, and this is before like all the services where people offer, things like Fiverr.com where they offer doing graphic work and book editing and all kinds of other stuff. And there weren't these services back then. So back then all I had to do was get a bootleg copy of Photoshop and then, learn how to do it. That's what it was all about back then. So that's how I approached everything.
For sure, for sure. So how long ago did you write that book? I don't know if you answered that question or I
I
asked that question.
actually I actually just wrote it. It actually just came out the 17th. No, I'm wrong. Came out the 13th of June, I think.
Okay, so it's fresh.
Yeah.
It's fresh out.
Yeah, it's fresh, yeah.
Yeah. How long did it take you to write it?
Um, Like I said, I've been kicking around stuff in my phone, so it's probably taken like 5 years to write it. I've had like ideas and stuff just
Yeah.
kicking around.
So when you got it done and it's published and stuff, like was it like how did you feel? Were you relieved or were you like excited?
Yeah, I was really excited about it actually because
Mm.
like I'm able to like promote it, and I'm promoting it more like an album, and I'm
Okay.
not promoting it the way an author would promote a book, in other words. So like I actually put together a soundtrack for this. I because
Wow.
I Yeah, I talk about certain songs throughout the book, and it just kind of happened that way. So I'm like, screw it, let me make a soundtrack and put this up on streaming and put the songs that I talked about in the book on the soundtrack. And then I'm coming out with a limited edition vinyl record of it too. So
Oh,
on August 12th, that's dropping, but it's up for pre-order right now. So I thought that was like a pretty like cool thing, like a whole multimedia experience with it. But it's pretty fresh. The book, it just came out.
that's what's up. How the impact on it? How's it been received? Do you have a
It
way of knowing how's it been received?
Yeah, it's actually been going really good, to tell you the truth. Like
Hmm.
I don't see this kind of action on my music
Okay.
because you might know like
Yeah.
underground hip hop and rap is not like it's not like making money and all kinds of crap
Yeah.
like that. So this is like I'm able to promote it and people aren't like turning their nose up at it. It's not
Yeah.
like, oh, what's this crap? But because I'm actually like talking about myself, but I'm actually talking about the disability and
Hmm.
like what I've done to get through it and things like that. So it's kind of a whole different angle to be able to like promote it.
That's what's up. And promotion is key, man. That marketing and all that is key to everything. So
Yep.
um, hopefully that it goes even better for you, and you
I
can probably
hope
do some
so.
traveling and doing stuff. I would like to see you get out there and travel
I'd
and
love to. It would be
yeah,
great.
yeah, that'd be great, man. Because we all need to do something, man, and get out in the world. And you said Utica, right? Utica, New
Utica,
York.
yep.
Okay,
Utica, New York.
That's crazy. I even remember that.
That's funny.
But yeah, it's funny like how you say like the underground because I think underground rap and hip hop is like mainly for the purists. Like
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? That's just for the purists and like mainstream people don't really have a hook for that. But like there's a lot of people that I love their underground stuff when they got mainstream. I kind of shied away from. You know, 50 Cent. Like I love
Okay.
50 Cent's underground stuff back in the day because in 2003, like when he came out with Get Rich or Die Trying, I was graduating that year of high school. So I love that
Okay.
album, but I love the underground stuff. Like I still play the underground stuff now.
Yeah, like the mixtape stuff that he did.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
All the mixtapes from Lloyd Banks and all of them, and
Yep, yep.
uh,
You see, you got to remember, I live in New York, so
yeah,
that was huge back
Tony,
then.
Tony
All the
Yayo,
corner, yep, all the corner stores selling 50 cent mixtapes. It was
yeah,
crazy. That
yeah,
was that was a great time actually, because he did have some bangers on the underground. I guess he did.
yeah. And
But
I don't.
I liked Get Rich or Die Trying. I thought that was a good album.
Here's the thing, man. I heard somebody say, I don't know which artist. I want to say J. Cole, but we'll say Get Rich or Die Trying was probably one of the best albums of all time. And when I heard that, I immediately was like, no. But then when I thought about it and how I listened to the album, I pretty much listened to every song on that album and just like so many songs on that album. You know, it's hard to like listen
I,
to every song. We got 10 to 12, like 8 to 10 songs. That's one thing. But when you got like 15, songs and 20 songs and all of them kind of bangers, like
yeah,
that's wild. So, and that's kind
for
of like how
real.
that album was. Like, so I thought about it, I was like, I don't know, but I can argue to say it is. But like, you know what? It may be.
Yeah, it's a damn good album. It really is.
Yeah. So I was
Yeah.
like, we said that because I like J. Cole. J. Cole is one of my favorite artists. Uh,
Okay. Cool.
but I was just like to hear that. I was like, no, I don't know. And then I think he said it, but I don't know what he said. But like I just said, my reaction was like, I don't know. I doubt that. But I'm thinking about it. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, it may be. So, but I live in the South now, so I'm exposed to a little bit like different music sometimes. So I
Right.
love like Killer Mike is one of my favorite
Oh
rappers of
yes.
all time.
Southern rap, that shit raised me. Like I'm not a New York rapper at all. I never listened to like Wu Tang or none of that stuff. That was not my stuff. Like I liked like Killer Mike, David Banner,
Yeah,
Lil Jon,
yo.
Bone Crusher, all that Southern stuff. Like that was my jam.
Well, that I mean that makes sense because of like ICP and stuff like that. I think they're
Yep.
all kind of in the same like, uh, especially like Lil Jon, David, not David Banner, but like Bone Crusher and stuff like that. It's just that
Yeah.
aggressive,
Yeah, it's
like
hard and aggressive.
yeah.
Yeah.
So like that makes sense, like that you would like them a lot. But I don't know. I like it. I'm a big like hip hop guy, so
Cool.
there's always gonna be somebody that know more than I do, and I don't try to like prove my worth.
Yeah, me either. Me either. I don't get into arguments over music, over anything like that.
Yeah,
Music, religion, or politics. I
yeah,
can't argue about those three things because
yeah,
it's all personal preference.
and it really is like you can like somebody and say I like this person. You like they can give you two different people, but the one has a better. The one catalog is so much better. I mean, more. So you go with them because they have more music to offer. Not to say
Right,
that their talent wise aren't the same, but it's just like I like this person because they have their catalog is more. They have a couple more pages on their catalog,
right.
and you just it doesn't matter about the talent, but it's all subjective. So now, who is your favorite of all time? Who you think? I mean, I'm not gonna argue. I just want to know your personal.
I don't know. My favorite of all time, probably. I know you're gonna think I'm gonna say Eminem, but it
I don't actually don't think so.
probably is Eminem for me.
For real?
Probably, yeah. I don't know. Tech Nine. I just thought about Tech Nine.
Okay, yeah,
Tech Nine. Yeah.
yeah. Tech Nine is one of the I like. I love and respect, but like I rarely like play on my playlist sometimes. Like
Okay.
unless I'm like actively thinking sometimes, or like it comes up in a like if I have the radio on and the song comes on. Like
Okay.
um, let me see. So I like Eminem. I guess I think Killer Mike is probably my favorite. J Cole, the Locks. I love Locks. The
Okay.
Jadakiss, Chic Luch, and
Yeah.
all them. DMX. I like the my rap in New York is like the Yonkers. I like
Okay.
Dipset with Harlem too, but like I love the Yonkers movement. So
All right.
back in the day, that's where I was growing up. And Jadakiss and all of them, I rock with them
Yeah.
all day. So
Yeah. Jada Kiss is nasty.
yeah, so
Yeah.
um, I like them. Even they put out new stuff. I'm like, I just got to listen to it just to listen to it. I got no choice.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I'm going on a tangent about music, but you say you're a rapper, so I want to. Okay,
Yeah.
give
No,
me,
you're good.
yeah, because I want to talk about that. Like, what is your favorite bar that you ever created that you rapped or
Mm.
wrote?
It's in a song called My Life's Fucked Up Part 2. And
Okay,
it says, the only way to separate the good from the great is to see who's around after the toll time takes.
okay,
That has to be one of my favorite lines because I
bad,
think it makes sense. Because the people who last are the ones that go through it, and the
yeah.
ones who fade out just stop.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I got you. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. Are you the one? Are you prevailing in time? Are you the first or the second
For my name,
for your bar? That
gotta be it's got to be like the second because
mm,
I did the first like I used like the same hook on it,
okay.
and like on the second, like the first one, I actually talk about the first one in my book, and I'm talking about how I wrote it because my mom was having problems with finances, and
Hmm.
I got attached to like some credit card, and she had filed
Yeah,
bankruptcy, and
yeah,
I'm not even old enough to have a credit card at
yeah.
that point, and like it just like made me go through it, and I wrote this song, and then
A little
no.
bass, so
Okay. Yeah, no, I tried learning guitar when I was a kid, but I never learned how to play it. I don't know if it was because of my learning disability or what it
hmm
was. Maybe I just had a crappy teacher. I don't know.
it
So,
could have been. I know I played bass for a while. I started off playing in the church, but never really did too much with it. Now I just play around with it. And I have bass lessons every once in a while, but it's just something I do for fun now. It's
cool.
just a little hobby and stuff like that. So, but before I let you go, man, I appreciate the conversation with you today, man. And
No
I'm
doubt.
definitely gonna look at your socials and see if I could listen to some music and even buy your book. I'm interested in reading the book and
Oh yeah,
things
no
like that.
doubt. I'm on all major streaming platforms,
Hmm.
B-CIDE, and then like my
Okay.
book, it's on Amazon and stuff. So, and I'll hit you up on Podmatch. We'll work something out. I'll send you a copy.
All right, bet. Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah,
Because I
yeah.
can do that, but I want to support no matter what, though.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then I mean, if you want to support, you could go right on Amazon.
Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna support, man. I like to when I can, and um, even I move in this community, man. Like I think we need to stick together, man, and encourage each other when we don't feel well. We got to pick each other up. So,
Right.
and this is kind of one of the reasons why I do this podcast.
Yeah, that's great. The
For
more you
us. So,
can, yeah, the more you can do to like try and take your mind off everything and
hmm
just kind of like have like a real conversation with somebody. It's like it just totally puts you in a different zone.
yeah. So it's helpful, man, from your mental space and everything too, man. Like if you were closer, I'm like, man, I gotta come hang out with you, bro. We go sit and chill, like. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I feel like we could be friends outside of like
Yeah,
the
we
podcast.
definitely. Yep, definitely. I
You know what I'm
feel
saying?
that too. Yeah.
One of my good friends is he has cerebral palsy. We actually started this podcast together, and he's moved on to do other things. I kept the podcast because I wanted to keep it going and things like that. So, but
Oh, cool.
yeah, we can sit here and talk for days about music and things like that because I love music, man. Like I get into all different types of music, and you know, music
Right.
is music is healing. I don't care
Yes,
what
it
type of
is.
music it is.
Yep.
If you could make, I'm not a country guy, but if you could make a country song where I feel it, I'll listen to that song all the
Yeah, I'm not a country guy. That's the only style of music I don't do. But you're
well,
right. If you can make
yeah,
a country song that you can feel like
yeah,
and it's good, yeah.
yeah. There's some country songs that like I'm like I don't like country music, but I like this song, so
Yeah.
that's how I go, man. But like before we get off here, though, is there any words of encouragement, something you want to leave with the viewers with?
Yeah, I'll tell you, it doesn't matter how bad that your life is. It could always get worse. And just try and look at the positive side of everything and try and just bring yourself up as much as you can. It's
Mm-hmm.
just not worth it to be down in the dumps and depressed. You got to psych yourself out sometimes.